Hey, Andrew.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And it looks like Scarlett and Taggart are on already. Hey, guys, can you hear us?
Hey, yes. Yep, I can hear you. Thank you.
Hey, yep. Awesome. Welcome. Well, thanks for doing it too. We were going to have someone with the Post and Courier hop on too, but I think he got tied up, so I'll probably just send him this. But just thought it'd be easier to get Andrew all together at once for y'all. So I let Andrew know. I think you guys just have some general questions about the air quality alerts. Anything he can't answer for you right now, I'll follow up with y'all. But I'm gonna mute myself and I'll turn it over to y'all and to Andrew Kingston. I sent y'all his title. He's a meteorologist with our Bureau of Air Quality Program.
Oh, great.
I have a quick question about recording the video. So how does that work? Because I haven't recorded on Microsoft Teams before.
If you don't have a way to just kind of capture what's playing on your monitor, I should be able to send y'all a link to this. You'll just have to edit it down. So I should be able to send you this recording because I have it recording on my end.
Okay, yeah, because if I try to hit record on my end, it won't let me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in the same boat, but it looks like it's recording here. So I mean, if you're able to send that, that would be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, awesome.
We'll do, guys. All right, thanks.
Awesome. Hey, well, thank you, Andrew. I was wondering, with the air quality, I know that this is all from seems like it's from the Canadian wildfires, but just wondering, we're seeing this haze in the upstate, and is that any sort of health concern for people to be, breathing in that air?
So for the moment, it looks like the levels that we're seeing at ground level are in reaching the unhealthy for sensitive groups category, which basically includes people with pulmonary issues, asthma, severe allergies, stuff like that. People that are more sensitive than the average everyday person to anything with the breathing related activities. We just recommend that they stay indoors and don't overexert themselves today because they could feel the effects more than normal.
Hard to say too, but I mean, is it, and it probably comes sporadically, but could you maybe speak to, like, every day this week might be different, or maybe it'll be the same? Like, are there maybe variations that we could see with the air?
Yes, so for this week so far, yesterday and today, we've seen the uptick in particulate matter concentrations because of these forest fires up in Canada. They've been filtering down into the Carolinas and just sitting over us for the time being. For the rest of the week, it's looking more like things will be filtering out. Things will get better. We probably shouldn't have another air quality alert this week. From everything I'm seeing currently, it looks like we're going to get some wind moving. That'll help move things out of the area.
One thing I wanted to ask you is, so just how common is it in South Carolina to get something like this where you have these wildfire smoke from Canada moving all the way down here?
So I'm not sure if you guys recall, last month we had a similar issue where the smoke came down. That was more from the eastern Canadian wildfires. Now the western ones, because of the weather pattern, are being filtered all the way down into South Carolina. And it's not that common. We don't actually forecast for particulate matter all the time. But recent history, because of these fires, making us look into possibly doing this more often. But it's very rare in South Carolina or the Carolinas in general because we have very clean air quality for the most part, and the mountains help to block a lot of the issues that may come from out west or anywhere beyond.
And with the heat and both there's heat and there's haze, I mean, does that cause any concern, them both together?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? You broke up just for a second.
Yeah, so like today it's very hot. I think the heat index is like 105, and then there's also this haze. And I mean, those two factors together, I mean, is that an issue?
So the haze is a direct result of these fires. What you're seeing from the haze are all the particulate matter particles aloft hanging above us. And the reason we have the alert is because some of those particulates are being brought down to the ground level. As far as the heat, there's no direct correlation between heat and particulate matter and our normal air quality alerts ozone. They don't actually interact with each other.
Wondering too, and again, I know it's probably hard to. I'm probably trying to ask you to look in this crystal ball that nobody knows. But,
Go ahead.
With based off what we've seen last month, and I understand the expectation probably is that this smoke is going to continue maybe even through September. Is there reason to believe that maybe we could kind of have, drops in air quality kind of on and off as we maybe make our way into the early fall too?
As long as these fires continue to burn, there's always a possibility for us to see some effects down here because it's just such a vast area and there's so many of them. We are entirely dependent on the actual weather patterns that set up. If we get the jet stream dipping down over us, like it is kind of right now, that'll help to filter down the effects from these fires, the smoke, the haze, the particulate matter. And we will probably end up seeing another air quality alert if that pattern sets up. Long-term forecasts are not reliable past 10 days at this point, so there's no good way to see when these are coming like long-term or way downstream ahead of us. The best that we're probably going to be able to do is just like our ozone forecast, we'll probably have to issue it for the following day if we see these effects starting to filter in.
Is everything I have. Yeah, I really appreciate you doing that, Andrew. Thank you. And I'm from Philly, so I like Penn State too. I like the Penn State.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it's all over this office.
Yeah.
How about you, Scarlett? Anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, is there anything else you would like to add we didn't ask you about?
I can speak briefly on the it's not really a myth, it's just a misunderstanding of the masks that people like to wear right now for the COVID issues that we've seen over the past few years are not going to be effective against this haze and smoke. Unfortunately, the particle size that it can help with are the visible particle size, the bigger ones. The ones that are being forecast for here and why we have an air quality alert are so small they can go right through the mask, so they would have no effect if people wore them.
So basically, if you're out in it, there's really nothing you can wear that would protect you if you're at risk in this type of air quality, if you have those underlying. Yeah.
If anyone has an actual respirator with a HEPA filter, that would work. But most people don't have access to those. And they're the kinds that seal, or they're almost like a rubber material. They seal completely around your nose and mouth. But again, most people don't have those unless they work in a hazardous materials field. Then they might have them standing by because they wear them often. But most people aren't going to have those on hand.
All right, great. Yeah, that's really good information.
So generally, if you are kind of at risk with these, just limit exposure and stay out of it if you really don't need to be in it.
Pretty much. And if you're inside, the good part about central air conditioning is, especially this time of year, they're a closed circuit system. So what it does is it uses the air from inside the house, pulls it through that filter for the return air, and then it'll circulate it within the house only. It doesn't pull in fresh air. And that's a key factor. If it doesn't pull in fresh air from the outside, you're not going to get the effects of the smoke inside your house.
Well, great. Well, thank you, Andrew.
No problem.
Hey, thanks, Andrew. Thank you both. And Taggart or Scarlett, if you think of anything else, just send an email or give a call and we'll get it for you. But I should be able to send y'all a link to this recording in just a few minutes.
Great.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Take
guys.
care, guys.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.